everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a pregnancy update, but if you are new around here then hello, my name is Sarah-Jayne. I am currently pregnant with my first baby, which is due early October. This is actually the first pregnancy update on this channel. All of my other pregnancy updates have been on my main channel, but they're actually coming over to here. So if you want to see those, just go into the playlist and they'll all be on there if you want to look back on my previous ones. But today I'm going to be updating you on my 29th and 30th week because I am currently 31 weeks and 6 days pregnant. So as always, I've written everything on my phone because my memory is so bad. I have actually filmed this video once already, but I was having such bad luck with my memory cards. I had one memory card, then that got full, the other one got full. So I'm filming it again just to make sure that I've got everything that I need to say. So first of all, let's talk about week 29. Or actually, let's go back to week 28. When I did my 28 week update, I talked a lot about SPD and back pain, and I think I mentioned that it had settled down a little bit. Well, I kind of shot myself in the foot there because week 29 it really did rear up again. I was in quite a lot of pain with it. Getting up out of chairs, getting up out of bed, just generally walking. It's not something that lasts all the time, it will come and go, which is the thing. I think that's making it a bit more bearable at this point, but it was really painful, so that's definitely been an issue. Touch wood, and I'm probably going to jinx myself again this time, but it's not been as bad this week. Fingers crossed it won't be bad next week now that I've just said that, but yeah, it really was playing up on week 29, just all around my lower back, all in my hips. I generally tend to find that if I've just been doing something, if I've been walking a lot or if I've been doing a lot around the house, then that's when it tends to play up, but generally it will kind of happen in blocks of time and then it will disappear. So at the moment I can cope with it. I've not been taking any painkillers for it. I know I really should be taking some paracetamol, but I've just been trying to hold out. I've not really been taking any painkillers or anything throughout this pregnancy, so if I can keep away from it then I will, but if it does persist then I will definitely look at taking some medication because it's so painful. The other thing I noticed in week 29 is that the weight gain really did pick up momentum. I noticed it on my arms, my legs, my face. Obviously I've been gaining weight throughout the pregnancy anyway, but in particular this week I felt a lot heavier. I didn't really feel that my bump had grown that much. Other people had said it had, but I didn't really feel it had grown much at that point. I just felt like I was growing more everywhere else. But it is strange because I did weigh myself. I think by this point I'd put on about 1 stone and 7 pounds, and when I weighed myself again a week after that I'd lost 3 pounds, which you aren't obviously supposed to do. So I'm going to keep an eye on that to make sure I'm not losing weight, because at this point from week 30 they say that you should be gaining around £1 a week. So that's something I'll definitely keep an eye on. My mum was actually induced when she was pregnant with me. She was induced a couple of weeks early because she was losing weight. I was actually fine, but she was losing weight. So I will definitely keep an eye on that and I'll mention it to my midwife next week. But I think maybe sometimes when you get on the scales they can go up and down anyway, so perhaps it was just a misreading on my part. I've also been finding over the last couple of weeks that I'm getting hot flushes. I'm a hot person anyway, regardless of being pregnant. It was absolutely horrendous back in June when we had that heat wave. I was literally a ball of fire. But I have been noticing that I'm getting hot flushes, so they just all of a sudden come over me. They can make me a little bit dizzy actually, and then I just get really hot and just need to strip off all clothing and sit in front of a fan for a couple of minutes and then they go away. So hot flushes are definitely something that I've been finding over the last couple of weeks. She has been moving a lot as normal. She's a right fidget bum. but she has been getting hiccups quite a lot over the past couple of weeks, which is so cute to feel. Apparently it's normal at this stage because they're growing and things. My mum always says it's a good sign, it means she's thriving. So yeah, I like to sit there. I generally tend to feel them more at night, obviously because you're sat still and you can feel the movements more. But yeah, hiccups is something that she's had more and more of over the last couple of weeks. I've got written on here pigmentation. I did forget to mention this the last time because I didn't write it down and I forgot. When I went on holiday, I found that I got more pigmentation on my face. I did mention this in my vlogs, but I didn't mention it in my pregnancy update. So around my eyes just here, I've got quite a lot of pigmentation, which I know is normal during pregnancy. As a beauty therapist, I know about the skin and I teach this kind of thing because I teach beauty therapy in college. So I've heard about the mask of pregnancy and how the hormones can cause pigmentation. I use factor 30 on my skin every day regardless of whether I'm on holiday or not, and then when I'm on holiday I'll up it to around factor 50. So I was protecting my skin, but again because of the hormones it has caused a bit of pigmentation around my eyes, which has disappeared a little bit since being on holiday, but it is still there and you can see it when I don't have any makeup on. They do say it disappears after pregnancy, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that is the case. But I've also found, which I don't know is normal, I'm pretty sure that I've heard somebody else say this, but I found like under my arms and on my bikini area, the skin around those areas has also become slightly pigmented, so a little bit darker than it is normally. Please let me know if anybody else has experienced that, because it's definitely something that I have noticed. It's not overly noticeable, I don't think anybody else would notice, but it's certainly something that I have noticed. So moving on to week 30, which is this week, I'm just at the end of my 30th week. I have certainly noticed an increase in tiredness this week. They do say that in the third trimester the tiredness does creep back in, so I'm fully expecting that to happen. I also have found that this week it's been much harder to do things. Putting on shoes, putting on trousers or knickers, getting into bed, getting out of bed, generally just everyday things are really getting difficult. And it's scaring me a little bit because I keep thinking to myself, I still have 9 weeks or more to go. This is crazy. So I have been finding things a bit more difficult. It's like a workout to actually do something, to move a metre away or to just stand up. I'm getting really out of breath. So I think maybe that contributes to the tiredness. But I have found myself more so in the evenings. My eyes are just a little bit stingy and I've just had to close my eyes and take a little bit of a nap, which I don't normally do because I really don't like napping, but it has been a necessity. Back pain this week, fingers crossed, has been okay. Nothing that stands out to me this week, but I have been getting quite a lot of the shooting pains that go from your stomach down to your lady bits, which apparently is called lightning crotch. There is another name that people call it, but I won't say it on this channel because I don't want to offend people with a certain word. But if you look back on my Twitter, which is @bellacoco_, you might find what I'm talking about there. I think this term that pregnant mums call it is absolutely hilarious. Or if you want to know, ask me in the comments. Leave it in the comments. But yeah, they are no joke. They are really quite painful, but luckily they only last for a couple of minutes. And again, I think it's all to do with the ligaments and different things, but yeah. Sometimes I'm pretty sure that she's got a hold of my insides and she's like yanking on something. I'm like, ow, can you not please? Bless her. But she can do whatever she likes in there. She's a cute little princess. So also this week, heartburn has really kicked up a notch to the point where sometimes it really makes me feel quite sick, but it's not a very nice feeling at all. So I've gone and got some Gaviscon this week in order to help settle that. They do say that you should avoid chocolate and pop when you've got acid reflux or heartburn, and unfortunately they are the things that I crave when I have it. Bizarrely, I I don't know, maybe in my head I feel it helps, but it's actually not helping. But anyway, I've also been trying to sip loads of water and keep on top of it that way, but it's not all the time, it just comes and goes, but it's really not very nice at all. So I think that's it with regards to symptoms. The other things that I've been doing is continuing to work on the nursery. It is so close to being revealed. I feel like I'm really bigging this up for the nursery reveal, and I hope you like it. I mean, I'm loving it so far, but it's not going to be anything extravagant. It's just something that I wanted to kind of keep to myself so that I can show you all in one go, but absolutely loving the way that it's turned out. We've just got to put the blind up, which hopefully we're doing this weekend. I think I'm pretty much organised in getting all the bigger bits for baby, so I think I might film soon a video of all the big buys that I've bought her. I've also been getting a few bits for my hospital bag. I've not obviously packed it just yet because it's a little bit early, but you know, we all know that I'm an eager beaver and we'll probably have that done within the next couple of weeks. But I wanted to start buying a few bits just so that I can have them ready. I've bought things like some pyjamas and a button-up nightie, which I'll probably wash and get them ready to actually go into the bag, and I will also film a video on that as well. Really looking forward to that. And then tomorrow I have another scan booked, so a 4D scan, so I shall update you on that in the next pregnancy update in a couple of weeks. So I guess all that's left to do is show you the bump. So this is my 30 week and 6-day bump. I don't feel like it's grown that much, but everybody has said that it has. Perhaps I'll have to look back on the video or some pictures just to see you know, the difference from last time. I still have, my belly button is still in, it hasn't popped out yet. I fully expected that to pop out weeks ago, but it's taken its time. I still hate anybody touching it, which is, Anthony always loves to touch my belly button. I actually can't stand it, so if anybody else is like that, let me know. It's from this side, but she is definitely getting bigger. I have another midwife appointment next week, so we'll check the growth and make sure everything's okay there. And also at the scan that I'm having tomorrow, they do an estimated weight, but I've been told that really whenever they're doing these measurements or whenever they're doing scans, you can never really tell, and they quite often get it wrong anyway. So I personally think she's going to be a small baby. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking, I don't know. But I shall update you on all of that news in my next pregnancy update in a couple of weeks. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with all of my latest videos. And I shall see you again soon. Bye!